Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about more issues with my PC. However, I think I figured out what the issue was with installing my new CPU because yes, I still have issues. Me and my dad went back into the PC just like I said yesterday we were going to do, and we did, and we reinstalled the CPU. We made sure it was correct. We made sure there was no bent pins and there were no bent pins at all. We reinstalled it. We got it correct. It was correctly lined up. We made sure we reinstalled the heatsink and the CPU cooler, and it still didn't work. And it still showed up with a red light on my motherboard. However, yeah, it still didn't work. And however, I reinstalled my old CPU and now it works. It doesn't randomly shut off. When I get into Apex Legends, it doesn't randomly shut off like it used to. It still performs just fine, but when I install a new one, that's when it goes crazy and it just randomly shuts off. And I think I figured out a reason why, and it's probably because of my power supply. And I have a 600-watt power supply. It's a decent power supply as well. Like it's a 600. It's a 80 plus rated gold power supply by Corsair. It's a good power supply, but I just don't think it's enough. But some websites do say it's enough and some don't. Like, there's conflicting sites, but I think it's most likely the power supply because side effects of the power supply can include it randomly shutting off. So I think my PC just doesn't have enough power to support the new chip because my new chip has to have 105 watts of power, while my old one, which is running perfectly fine, and as you can see, not randomly shutting down. I've had this on for like an hour, and it has not restarted or rebooted at all. It works just as well as it did before, and that only needs to have 65 watts of power. So I'm pretty sure it's the power supply because my CPU isn't like faulty or anything. I checked and there's no bent pins and it shows up when I in the BIOS and stuff, and it works and it shows up to be working and has decent temperature. I just think the power supply is bad, and it's just not enough power to support my RTX 3060 Ti and my Ryzen 7 5800X. So I think that is the main reason why my PC isn't working very well with the new chip. But if you can think of any other ideas, some comments would be nice. But I also did check my BIOS, and I checked if it was supporting the Ryzen 5000 series, and it is. Like, I have the right BIOS, and it's up to date, and it's supported. Well, it's not up to date. It's not like the best BIOS and the most current BIOS, but I don't need to update it because it supports Ryzen 500. It's above 1.1, which is the version that, you need to support Ryzen 5000, and it is. So, yeah, I don't think it's a BIOS thing. I think it is just my power just being lower than it's supposed to. Because I've read on some sites from NVIDIA that you most likely need 650 watts of power. But then on other websites, they say that you only need 550 watts of power. And I don't know, man. I think at this point, I'm probably just going to try to get a new power supply. Because I know it's kind of a hassle to get it installed, but it's way better than just randomly shutting down and not working at all. So, yeah, and it's a good CPU from when I tested it and the little amount of time. I got a lot more CPS, or not CPS, but a lot more FPS in like CSGO and other things like that. So, yeah, it's a good CPU. It's just that my PC can't handle it for some reason. And by the way, that red light still showed up even when I put my old CPU in. So I think that might be just a boot thing, and that might not be a problem with the CPU, although I don't know. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'm sorry for all the background noise. My dog is going insane, and there's people talking in the background. But yeah, that's basically it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.